Hi, my name is Nathan, and today we're going to do a comic book review of Silk, the last and final issue number 5, brought to you by Rated Comics. Now let's get to it. We start this final issue off where issue number 4 left off. Cindy Moon, aka Silk, is home, takes off her mask, and to her surprise, she sees Saya Ishii on her bed waiting for her. You know, fashion influencer and daughter of supervillain Silverman. Saya Ishii cuts straight to the chase with Silk and needs her help to stop Kasha. You know, the demon cat that went rogue. Silk is made aware that demon cat Kasha was hired by Sasha Ishii to scare the local gangs and bring them to her side. Now Kasha is raising some demon god from hell and sacrificing gangsters? Silk is not entirely sold on this and asks why she should help her. Cause you like me and I kinda like that response. There's charm with these two girls, salt and spice and everything to go with it. After some back and forth dialogue, Silk agrees to help, but it's not to help her with her gangster aspirations, where she makes clear that she's going to nip it in the bud. That you go, girl, Silk. Next thing is they need access to a lab. First call that Silk made is to Spider-Man, and he's a little occupied at the moment. Next down the list is a slight chance, because there's a chance that their head might get blown off if she's not to disable the security system for S.H.I.E.L.D. Turns out, Cindy Moon called in a favor at the United World Defense Council. It's holiday weekend and everyone's off, so they got lucky. For the sake of plot convenience, I'll go with it. I love how Lola refers to bad influence with expensive shoes. That doesn't always apply, but with Saya she will ride with it too. Lola is having second doubts about letting them use the department's equipment. Silk reassures her that you won't get fired for this, and if you do, technically we're saving the world kind of stuff, so you shouldn't get fired. But if you do, threats and menaces will hire you. Sarcasm, anyone? I love it in this one. I love when you have to trust your enemy because the enemy of your enemy has to be trusted for the moment. Saya Ishii and Silk's alliance. A few hours later, these two have a verbal catfight as to who will lead, and their dynamic is very interesting because when Saya psychoanalyzes Cindy Moon, Silk, why Cindy has this innate need to help everyone but herself. Link in description, by the way, if you decide to purchase the comic. It's just a cool way of, you know, they have a banter, and it's like it just shows Saya Ishii's intellectual superiority with Silk at this point. They come to an agreement that Silk fights Kasha the demon cat, and Saya keeps it out for the demon god. Ooh, this is starting to get good, baby. I love this capture right here. Huwatin. Translation, and if I butcher the word, I'm sorry. A Korean word of encouragement used during sporting events, before a test, or when kicking demon cat's butt. Just take that in for the moment. Love the wit with Silk telling Demon Cat, hope I didn't mess up your Ouija board. Demon Cat temporarily knocks Silk out of the way to finish the rest of the summoning up for this demon. Now that the demon god is awake, if we can call it that, the party begins. Silk calls Alpert for backup, and the earring drones that came from Saya's ears. Yeah, this girl knows how to accessorize. Silk blinds Kasha for a web moment, and when she goes in for the knockout, Demon Cat rips the web off his face and slams Silk to the ground. Demon Cat has a meow mix moment without the mix. Saya blasted a high-pitched noise pitch for only fur balls can hear. Non-detectable to human eardrums. You go, girl, with your redemption moment. Great use of puns and jokes in this issue. You gotta love it. Demon Cat tells Sasha, what's the point in fighting ancient power? You guys are humans. Do you think that this desire to life is admirable? It's stupid, and this will lead to your puny existence. Speaking of puny existence, Saya sends her puny technological drone into Demon Cat's ear to unleash a high-pitched sound that puts this mofo on his knees. Then boom! Head explodes, and this disturbs Silk and her code. Saya justifies this by saying she sees the world differently than Cindy's cinnamon roll optimism. I kind of want a cinnamon roll now. The world is a cycle of power going through different hands, and Saya's hands are just as good as any. Just when you think this team-up could be something, betrayal seems to be nearby. Silk in her emotional moment tells Saya that you always have a choice. I was in a bunker for 10 years fostering optimism. I made that decision for myself to work past whatever I was blaming for my anger. Silk made her choice. Saya made her choice. Saya responds with that she is not angry, this is what she finds fulfilling, and Silk will never understand. When Saya leaves, a gang is waiting outside for her. Saya gives them instruction, don't let Silk get close, and do not hurt that pretty face of hers. Betrayed, Silk yells, remind me to never shave your booties again. In another form of betrayal, being full circle, Cindy Moon's therapist is Saya's brother. That's how she found out where Silk lived, I believe. Cindy was divulging little nuggets in her therapy session that she may be an undercover superhero. You got to read the previous issues for that. Playlist above, card above, end card. It's really awesome. That revelation turned Silk's world upside down. I'm going to leave a little meat on the bone if you guys do decide to get this book. Wow, this goes to show you that no matter how well you think you know someone, there are some things that you just don't know about it. Cindy Moon can beat herself up for letting Saya and her therapist in her life. Or she could just accept it and move on. She could be living in the bunker like the good old days, but Silk has to somehow come to terms, and I know you guys will enjoy this read. I think this book is very well worth it. Very awesome, and you'll be very satisfied if you did decide. But with that being said, Silk issue number 5, what'd you think of the book? Comment below and let me know. I thoroughly enjoyed the Silk series 1 through 5, and what an enjoyable read. With that being said, if you like the content we're throwing up, you know what to do. Here at Rated Comics, we not only do really cool comic book reviews, we also do really awesome comic book related content. Check out our Instagram and our TikTok. Thanks again for watching. Until next time.